restrooms. I also like to remind everyone of our company's policy that prohibits harassment and discrimination, including any forms of harassment because of an employee's actual or perceived gender identity. Any discrimination, harassment, or violence based on gender identity or expression will not be tolerated. All employees are entitled to a safe and inclusive work environment. So that was directly from corporate legal.
Okay.
So it's based on how people identify.
Okay, so, and that's why I asked her, I said, if I identify as a transgender, that I can go in the bathroom.
If that's how you identify, and that's how you come to work, it can't be something that you do on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. It has to be something that you identify as, and that's who you are as a person. That's your gender, as you believe and perceive it.
But we can't be asked what our gender is, right?
Well, the point is how do you identify?
Okay, then.
And so it's not about making a point.
I'm not trying to create. I'm just trying to create. I asked her so I can.
So if you identify as a male, you should use the male bathroom.
But I haven't stated ever what I identify as.
But if there's a concern, we'll address it. If you tell me, well, Rose, I identify as a female, and you present yourself as a female, then you can use the bathroom because then you're transgendered at that point. And that shouldn't be a fluid thing.
Okay.
Okay?
And I asked my supervisor if I can just get a printout of this so I can make sure so if I ever identify. So she said I can get that from you.
Well, this is the guys from corporate, and so McKinley is actually going to have a meeting on, I want to say the 13th of February about this because it seemed to be coming, we've been handling each situation one off, but he's going to take the opportunity to address the plant in general.
So every male in here that is using the female bathroom has come to you already? Because I haven't even stated who it is.
I didn't say that. We have several transgendered
I know,
employees.
I'm just saying I haven't even said who it is, but it's obvious. It's just stated, okay, they're allowed to use it.
Yes. The situations that we've dealt with, yes, they're allowed to use the bathroom that they identify with.
Okay.
So this is not the first issue.
Okay.
We had several issues already, and
just so I can state if I can, so I know for myself.
Yeah.
Can I go ahead and get a printout for myself?
When McKinley has the meeting, so we'll do it at that point because this is not a policy. This is guidance.
Then this is not even in effect until then.
No, it's not. It's effective now because this is the guidance that we got from corporate. We've dealt with this situation
am I being
already.
denied?
You're not being denied anything, but I'm telling you what the guidance is. It's not a policy. It's the guidance of the company.
So I cannot get clear information.
I gave you very clear information.
I was told that, but I need to see it just in case I get confused.
Well, I will get back with corporate on it because this is guidance. It's not a policy. And then I just don't hand out what the company gives me to say, oh, here's everything in writing that's guidance. Guidance is
because I do know that if I had a female come in the men's restroom, I would feel violated to go in the men's restroom.
And why is that?
For my own reasons, personal reasons, which I don't have to disclose.
And you do not. Wait, then if you felt uncomfortable, you can come and tell us and you can use a different bathroom.
I don't even have to disclose that.
Okay,
that's my personal reason, just like they have personal reasons.
Fine.
I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying personal reasons, personal reasons.
And I'm here to just tell you what the corporate guidance that I was provided when this happened before.
Which is not being provided to me.
Which was told to you, so it was provided. And I will get with corporate if they want me to hand out guidance.
That's hearsay. You say they said that. Can I just say they screenshot that?
I'm a representative of the company, so it's not hearsay. So if I'm telling you this is what they said, it is not hearsay, Marshall. It's not.
You do know somewhere I'm at that if I decide that I'm going to transgender and go in the bathroom, and the supervisor says, well, I don't like it, you're a man, you're going in the bathroom, and I can say, well, I don't have to disclose my personal relationship to somebody else. Well, you're fired now.
Then that's
it does not work that way. All terminations
we
go
say it
through
doesn't
HR.
work that way, but there's no clear paperwork.
All terminations go through HR. So a supervisor can't just fire you. It doesn't work that way.
I'm not trying to be difficult. I just see I'm coming here to get clear information, but I'm not getting...
And I gave you clear information, and I will go back to corporate and see if they're okay with me releasing guidance that were provided to me via email. If they're okay with that, they might have something they want to make it into something more official. I can do that.
I was halfway listening, so I can stop and listen to you again. Will you tell me again what it is? Okay. Because I was not listening. Honestly, it's my fault. I was listening halfway.
Okay, but I will go back to corporate because they might want to put this in a format that's more official. This was via email. Okay.
Okay.
So it says, to be clear, federal law requires us to allow transgender employees to use the restrooms that correspond with their gender identity. That is, transgender women must be permitted to use the women's restroom and transgender men must be permitted to use the men's restroom. That decision is left to the transgender employee to determine the most appropriate and safest option for them. Some employees, transgender or non-transgender, may desire additional privacy. We're in the process of assessing ways we can provide that additional privacy, whether in the form of a unisex single-stall restroom or enhanced barriers between stalls in our current restrooms. I'd also like to remind everyone of our company's policies that prohibit harassment and discrimination, including any form of harassment because of an employee's actual or perceived gender identity. Any discrimination, harassment, or violence based on gender identity or expression will not be tolerated. All employees are entitled to a safe and inclusive work environment. But again, I will go back to corporate and see if they want to package this in a more official way, because this is an email.
And if I decide that transgender, I have to notify y'all about that.
If you identify as a transgender person, we should plainly be obvious. If you say I'm transgender, you should be living your life that way. It's not something that you do.
What is living your life that way?
Marsh, I'm going to get additional guidance from corporate because I do feel like you're
I'm not trying to go
split
there.
hairs. I really
I'm
think
not.
you are.
What
Now,
if I
you
say
are
that I'm a female
transgender.
right now? Is there anybody to object to that?
Have you identified and told people that I am a female, I am living my life as being transgender is not just you coming in today and saying I'm a female. It's how you live your life every day. That's how you gender yourself.
I didn't know men and women live different lives. I thought they lived the same lives.
Okay, Marshall. I told you what the corporate guidance was, and there is nothing else I can do.
Okay, I'm just asking, if I come in and identify as a female, what do I need to do?
Just use the restroom that you identify with.
Okay.
You should identify too. Your supervisor should know that, if you're coming in and say I'm transgender, that should be known.
I have to tell my supervisor my personal business.
If you are a transgender person, you are living the life of a female, and you're in transition. It's not something that you can just say I'm transgender today. And I don't want to make light of people that are transgender.
I'm not making light either. I'm not
laughing.
laughing
It's just
at
not
this.
to come in one day and just say I'm going to be transgender today and not tomorrow. It's who they are, and it's not something that changes and it's fluid. And I don't want to make light of that. And I feel like you're trying to split hairs with this.
I'm not splitting any hairs. I'm asking clarifying questions to what I need to do.
If
and
you
you're saying that I just
identify-
need to go use the restroom as I feel that I
If
am.
you are in active transition to become the opposite sex or gender, yeah.
Which I
mean,
do not
that's
have to
what-
disclose because that's my personal medical information.
No, I reckon.
Let me get with corporate on that, because this is something that is new and we're navigating it, but it's not something that you can just come up today and say, I'm transgender today. So you have to be in transition. But I will get additional guidance from corporate.
I would appreciate that. And if you can, when they give it to you, if I can get a printout, so
You definitely
I'll
can.
know for my safety.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Mm.
Do you feel unsafe at work?
Yes.
How so?
To knowing that they will have females coming in privacy my own bathroom to use the bathroom, or where I'm using the restroom.
Okay, and that makes you unsafe how?
That's my personal business. I
Okay,
feel
well,
unsafe.
I can't help you if you're not telling me how you feel unsafe.
I
You know,
feel
being-
unsafe with my sexuality in the men's restroom, knowing that there will be females are going to be going in there now.
Okay,
So
I will get back with corporate and I will circle back with you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
I wasn't trying to drain problems.